Whew, okay, so I just got done talking to Malcolm Ocean, and it was a very stress-free call. It was much more musical. We talked about, I think, music a lot more because we both write music and we both create music, and he's a very talented musician. He's a very good songwriter, and we both have an interest in Jason Mraz's music and sort of the way that he communicates about the world. And the idea of systems change through art and sort of communicating complexity and sort of spontaneous collaboration between individuals who are all motivated towards creating art work that rather than taking energy, it sort of takes energy to not do. So always in the state of flow. We talked about, again, that division between in the systems change world, the notion between personal development and institutions, because he has software that is in that vein of personal development. I believe he said it's about goals, but beyond just task lists. So I think it was involved with reflecting back your own intentions. I think I probably should have asked more about the software, but we were just kind of flowing, and it was more sort of musical. One of the things that we talked about a lot was how we make art and sort of the spontaneous process of making art. Like, a lot of people know who create art that you might want to make art and you might want to make something good, but you can't necessarily force it. And a lot of the best stuff comes from spontaneous ideation, and it comes all from one where it feels like, did we really make that choice to make that art, or did it come through? Because it often feels like ideas are channeled through in the state of flow, and there's like less acts of decision. And we also talked about like who gets to decide in terms of systems change too. It's like who gets to decide, and like just tracking back decisions all across time, and like what really is a decision. Like I mentioned, it's like, did I really decide to write the Cognitus Manifesto? My life circumstance placed me in relationship to information that I think predictably, in the type of person that I am, would lead to ideas about a new system, right? And then, I wouldn't necessarily have written the manifesto if other certain parts of my life hadn't been falling apart at that time, and I needed something to motivate me and guide me forward. So there's like brief mentions of things like systems, but it was much more connected to, I think, art and music and expression and individual ideation. A common topic, of course, is that I'm always interested in is the ability to have your own action be guided internally and not by the incentive loop caused by money. Because he's talking about how he's been able to provide for himself through his app for a long time. So that has disconnected his mind from the sense of having to think about money. And so that gives him the freedom to make more independent choices. So there's I have this great interest in the types of activities and things that, people would do outside of an incentive. I propose new incentives as well, but just removing a person from that monetary incentive sort of breaks the mold and creates an infinity of possibilities of action. Sometimes in the conversation, you're just enjoying it so much that it's hard to actually encode what was said. We talked about memetics. I remember there was a few things where it's like, okay, there was confusion. My background, I think, and the way I ground my understanding of the world is through neurobiology, so it's a sort of materialist representation of the world, but at the same time, I leave a tiny little space for sacredness in the mind open. For example, like if I want a piece of art, if you kind of don't look in your mind, if you kind of leave a space of non-observation, where you're like, I'm not looking at every single fucking thought in here, and you're just kind of trying to live your life, but you're creating space for creation, oftentimes a whole song will come or a whole poem will come. It'll all come in one piece as if it was being written in that space. Now, that sounds kind of sacred and hooty-dooty, but it probably also could be explained rationally through some explanation of connectomics and, how we relate and encode symbols into our neocortexes. It probably could be explained that way. But, the idea of me saying Okay, this is generally what I believe, but I also acknowledge that I'm a hallucinating monkey, and the entirety of my perception of the world is through some hallucinatory representation through my senses. So yeah, the call was relaxing and enjoyable. I like Malcolm a lot. Very good energy, very good music. You should check out his music. I'll put a link to his music in bio. And bye.